hold sort of like Devastator stable. First thing you have to do is take this, move that down on here, and attach that down here. You might notice that it doesn't look like it does much. You know, it's pretty much just attaching itself to itself, but this actually stabilizes the connection between, helps to stabilize the connection between the top cab here and the bottom waist right here. It helps stabilize these two pieces right here. Okay, now once you sort of like got all that sort of done, yeah, and then I just add these knee pieces right here. They don't really do anything, they're just for show. Add some color to the knees so that you know, I mean, it's pretty black. I mean, just add some color, some flash, some nice energon sparkle. Yeah, so it looks like that. Okay. Next thing we do is we'll assemble the chest piece. So what we do is we pull this apart. Pull this apart right here. Pull that off. Right here. Right here. Right here. And pretty much just disassemble it into all the individual pieces. So then what I do is, what you have is, you have this piece, put it right here, that, put these behind here, like so. Do the same thing on this side, so it looks like this, back here. Right, so then this goes right here, like that, and then you connect it, that, there. So back here, you have this piece, that stabilizes it, and then the two stacks right here, that there, and there you have the chest piece, there, there, there. You have extra pieces right here. These end up being just like hip guards. So you know, you just put it here, like you can do whatever you want with them. But this is what I usually do with the pieces. I turn them until they look like that, and I take a hook and I place them right here. Oops. So now they are hip pieces. They're hip guards. So there you go. Now you have hook. I mean, not hook. Long haul. Now you have long haul right here, and that is done. He's set up for transformation into Devastator. Actually, before that, I should show you Devastator's hands right here. Take a look. Okay. He's made by. Well, here are the pieces he's made from. This is how he's put together, if you look at that. Okay, there. That's better. See there, those are the pieces. This actually swivels. There is wrist turning articulation. You know, he's held on by a swivel, right, or like a hinge thing right here. You can use one of the other pieces, but these were just sort of like the pieces I had left over. But you know, give him a little extra articulation right here. Here he is from this side, from the bottom, to another side, the top, and the rear. The other fist is exactly the same, except for the hands are different. But yeah, it's just a matter of moving the thumb from here to here, and then you have the other side. You transform what's it called? Scrapper here into his foot mode. Just tip him over like this. I add some extra pieces just to sort of like stabilize things, because like when he sits, it sits on the wheel, so then he kind of tends to roll out, so then he kind of, you know, the weight of the figure will just sort of like get him, right? So I add this little piece right here. I made this, and it fits right here. So I put that on there, and that lifts these wheels off, and then so they won't roll. and just sort of gives him like a, so he's actually sort of like standing on this, but then so it's more stable, right? It doesn't roll out on you. Second thing I do is like if you'll notice, there's only one ball joint right here. If I can sort of get the angle on this, yeah, see, there's one ball joint right here, and it won't hold the weight of the figure. So what I do is I add this piece right here. What it is just like a second ball joint to support this one, and what I do is it goes on, it attaches. See if I can show this on camera. There you go. Attaches it like that, and I have a ball joint right here, ball joint, and I just attach it like that. There you go. Oh, just notice to this, there's two ball joint cups right here. Because to match up with the two ball joint cups that I have on Devastator's thighs. So now here we go. We have Scrapper in foot mode. Okay, next up we have Mixmaster now, and transform him into foot mode. Same thing as Scrapper, system like that. Same sort of deal. There's only one ball joint here, so yeah, so there's so I need to add an extra piece, which is this piece right here, right? It's pretty much the same thing. It's a slightly different design because I have two of these for heels, whereas Scrapper only has one. But it works out just the same. Once again, attach it there, attach it right here, and it gives the foot, lets the foot keep its articulation. Like I can do this still, but at the same time the figure won't flop over onto its back. So it helps support all that weight. That's why I didn't just put like two ball cups right here like this, and there's two ball joints right here, two ball joints right here. It is. So yeah. Okay, to get sort of Scavenger into arm mode, it's real simple. Oops, okay. To get Scavenger up into arm mode, it's pretty simple. You just take the arm, ball joint right here, ball cup right there, and you attach it, and it's all ready to go. There's the hand, ready to go. Same thing with Bone Crusher, and ball cup, ball. Yay. There you go. Okay, next up we have Hook. He's simple too. I think I showed this early on. Just flips over like this. There he is. Devastator. Watch out when you twist his head. It's very stiff, so sometimes what happens, it actually pulls the figure apart. So when you're twisting his head, just be careful. Okay. Here you go. He locks into place like that. Flip over his head, and then you have the chest plate. The chest plate goes on these things, and it just attaches like so. There you go. You have the chest of Devastator. Now here's where we start putting things together. First, you grab. Here's Devastator's hips. The two ball cups right here. And you'll notice that there are 4 ball joints right here. You want to attach them to the latter two right here, the top, the ones that are facing backwards. What these ball joints right here do is just to stop the knee from bending forward too much, because you don't want them, Devastator sort of like flopping over this way, right? So that's what the second set of ball joints is, just for here to like stop that. So here you go. We have Hook. Here we have Scrapper, and then just plug him in. What you want to do is plug one in from one side, and then sort of like settle the other one in, like that. Otherwise, if you try to push them in both together at the same time, the resistance is just sort of awkward, and sometimes you just rip things apart instead of putting them together. Okay, now we're going to try to attach Mixmaster onto Long Haul. Okay, first thing I do is, you see these green pieces right here? they are gonna fall off as soon as you try to assemble it, just by the way you grip the figure. So I usually just pull them off right